Welcome to MS Research Australia's Research Report. I'm Dr Hamish Campbell, and in this series we explore the research that's going on in Australia and around the world. In this episode we explore how the eyes might be important in helping us understand how the body repairs itself after an MS attack. To tell us more about this research, here's Dr Peter van Wijngaarden and Dr Joe Paul from the Centre for Eye Research Australia.
People often ask me why an ophthalmologist might be doing research in MS. And my answer is that about 1 in 5 people with MS actually have as a presenting symptom optic neuritis, which is inflammatory demyelination of the optic nerve, the nerve for vision. And so it is indeed very relevant to people with MS. So I'm really interested in the regenerative process that occurs in MS, so remyelination, and that's the restoration of myelin after an inflammatory episode. And we're very interested in understanding preclinical models of the disease so that we can study methods to improve the efficiency of repair. One of the issues with existing preclinical models of demyelination and the regenerative process are that there are not very good functional endpoints. So we can not very readily study recovery. And so, of course, functional improvement is of key importance to people who are affected by MS. And so we are now looking to develop a preclinical model that allows us to fix that gap.
So we use a mouse model to mimic the symptoms seen in optic neuritis. And using tests similar to an ECG, but for the eye, we measure the electrical signals generated by light in the eye and how quickly they're transmitted back to the brain. And our hope is that by using these clinical tests, we can measure function in this model and we can find ways to influence it, to speed up recovery, and to make recovery from the disease more complete. We've recently finished all the initial testing, all the characterization of things, and so the next step is to really push ahead with the main experiments, really fully understand all the details of our model and get everything completed so that we can then, in our next phase, roll it out to researchers around the world and provide a platform basically for testing of new treatments.
We're really excited about this model and the opportunity it gives us to really interrogate or look at some of the processes that underlie the regenerative process in MS, because ultimately we want to enhance recovery for people affected by the disease. What we are very interested in looking at is whether lifestyle interventions like exercise and diet can influence the process, but also in fact whether drugs that are used for other indications, for other diseases, might also have a beneficial effect, because the barriers of getting those medications into the clinic are far less than discovering new drugs. The focus of our research is really to understand and improve the natural regenerative process that happens in MS. Most of the therapies that are currently available for the disease focus on the inflammatory process that causes the injury. There are not yet available therapies to promote recovery once that injury has occurred, and so that's really our focus. We want to enhance recovery from the disease.
Stay tuned for our research article on this topic, and make sure you go to our website, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for future research reports. I'm Dr Hamish Campbell, and I will see you next time.